Hello everybody, this is AG here and welcome to Road America. We are here on a very chilly November day. Keep that in mind because the racetrack here today is going to be very fast. We're here to qualify for the 14th race of the season in the 2024 Turkey Hill Truck Series, the Sprecher Soda 250K, tomorrow at noon. Not tomorrow, 2 days from now, Saturday at noon Eastern Time. So used to it being the next day. Reason why qualifying 2 days early, because tomorrow night we are down under at the Bend, just outside of Adelaide in South Australia for the Grattan Industries Invitational in the Wawa Cup Series. That's going to be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So these guys are going to be taking some really fast jet planes back and forth between Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin and Tailem Bend, South Australia over the next couple of days. Hey, it's still a video game. We still treat it as such. But qualifying today, didn't necessarily want to do qualifying in the race the same day for this. Give you guys a little bit of time to debrief with the qualifying order, because it's going to be a very interesting session. With it being a road course, of course, we do not have the traditional single car runs in the Fast 6. It'll be a group session for the Fast 6. But also, with that in mind, it's a road course, and we're late in the season as well. We're going to see some new faces up front starting in this race. I do not feel like we're going to get a Velocity Grattan truck starting on the front row here today. I think we're going to get somebody else. Who might that be? Don't know quite yet, but that's why we're going to qualify our way through right here. Of course, last week's race at Iowa, a huge race towards the championship, and Blaine Keys, man, you just couldn't get any worse for Blaine in that race. Just the wrong place at the wrong time right there. And, you know, going back and thinking about that race that happened last Friday night, that could have happened anywhere to anyone. Normally, if you have an issue where those drivers are coming off the pit lane, they get into each other because of that, you end up having most of the guys who have already come down the pit lane. That was not the case. That caution came out right when the cycle began, and that was the final nail in the coffin. I did it right. The nail of the final coffin. You see, the thing is, I got that whole Marty Reed thing in my head. I can't even say that right. But I try to be better than Marty Reed. It's a very low bar to set. Hey, y'all remember Marty Reed? I'm aging myself. You know you have unk status when you remember Marty Reed. But anyways, that was a very pivotal race in the championship. Blaine Keys lost the points lead. He's now 6 points behind Nicholas Samadeo, who won that race at Iowa. That could not have gone any worse for Blaine last week at the Iowa Speedway. And with that, Nicholas Samadeo has a 6-point lead coming into a racetrack where he was very strong here in the Wawa Cup Series back in July or August. I think it might have been August when that race was run. Regardless of the fact, he actually almost won that race. Could not get around Ludovic Charette in that one. But Nicholas Samadeo, definitely the guy to beat now in this championship, and he has the team, he has the driver abilities, and I think the schedule favors Samadeo more than it does Blaine Keys going forward with these next 5 races. You got Road America, you got Chicagoland, which is a big wild card track, you got Martinsville, Talladega. Samadeo has always had strength at Talladega. And then the finale at Homestead, which is Nicholas's home racetrack. I know he'd love to get a win at Homestead. Of course, he is the all-time winningest driver on the channel now. 30 career wins for Samadeo after last week's win at the Iowa Speedway. Looking for win number 31 tomorrow night at the Bend in the Wawa Cup Series Invitational, and then win number 32 if he gets it on Saturday here at Road America, which he's going to have a good opportunity of doing so. First lap completed will be Rogel Dorn, and the reason why all of these sessions will be 10 minutes is because it takes 5 minutes for them to get around. And, you know, one thing I will give modern NASCAR a lot of credit for is in qualifying on the road courses, the start-finish line is actually before the pit lane. I give them a lot of credit. That's actually a very smart idea. But this game is over 20 years old, and the ability to do that is not there, so that's why we just run a very long session. Rogel Dorn really quick there. Almost under 2 minutes there, and like I said, it's 41 degrees here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. When I looked up the weather, they were actually calling for snow on this day in real life. So real life Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, it might actually be snowing right now. How about Bruno Diacomo there? How about Rogel Dorn's teammate taking the top position? Of course, top 3 advance onto the Fast 6. And then this is the inside lane here for Group A. Justin Zeidel is third quickest now. Good run for Justin, who won the Wall Cup Series here at Road America back in 2023. That was back in June of 2023, so quite a while ago when he got that win. This is only ratings win on the channel, though he has had some strength in qualifying this season in the Truck Series. Hasn't been quite the best season for him, but hey, here we go. Winner of the first road course race back in Watkins Glen. Igor Barreto there in the 13 machine has taken the top spot, and Eric Monaco is third quickest right now, just ahead of Rogeldorn. But Igor Barreto there with a great time. No surprise to see Igor have a strong run once again. This is a driver, a dark horse for this championship, though I do feel like, and we've kind of felt this way for a while, that it's going to be either San Mateo Keys or Kochmer who end up winning this title. Speaking of Leonard Kochmer in the 39 machine, don't think he has completed a full lap under speed yet. This is a driver who did not have a good qualifying effort at Iowa, but rebounded very well, all things considered, took advantage of the pit road shenanigans and that caution coming out when it did. And now he finds himself only 16 points behind now Nicholas Samadillo in the title race. And Kochmer, even though he has not won a race yet this season, he is on the cusp of going to victory lane at some point before the season ends. His first lap, however, is not going to be up there. It is still Barreto, Rogeldorn, and Bruno Diacomo. 13th quickest, now 14th quickest for Leonard Kochmer. Still waiting on the 52 of Matthew Hubert. He has not gone out there on the racetrack yet. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. He has just not gone out there yet. So you got to get out there when you can, or otherwise you're not going to get a lap in. There we go. He's finally getting out there in the 52 machine. Bruno Diacomo to the top of the board. And how about the two Trackhouse trucks? I think the Trackhouse trucks are wired very well for this road course here today. And that's going to be good news for them going forward. And looking to start on the pole position. And this is one of those races where if you start on pole, you could very well dominate. That's what happened last week at Iowa with Nicholas Samadillo. He got that pole position, went on to dominate that race, led all but one lap, and his teammate Derek Hamill, who has not had a good season, Derek Hamill is 33rd in the point standings. That is kind of hard to believe right there, that Derek has had that worse of a season compared to Samadillo. Nicholas is the points leader, and Hamill is 220 points behind him, and they come from the same shop, the same team. That is huge. That is a massive difference right there. But Hamill has actually qualified better than Samadillo this season. Derek Hamill has a 12.85 average starting position, while Samadillo has a 14.46. Speaking of Samadillo, good lap right there for him. 5th quickest right now. Nathan Stapleton just moved up to 3rd. Watch out for him. You get him in that Fast 6, you get him to start on the pole position, he could get his 3rd win of the season. He's got a couple of guys that are going to get their 3rd win of the season. Stapleton and Samadillo both. And, you know, it's been a good month for your initials to be NS. Of course, Nathan is the one who trademarks that with NS Racing over in the Wall Cup Series. But, you know, how about Nathan Stapleton and Nicholas Samadillo? They have won all the races in the Turkey Hill Truck Series in November so far. Got 2 more November races. You got Saturday with this one at Road America, and then, of course, next Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving, you can officially start playing the Christmas music. I'm waiting. I'm very sentimental with the holiday season, even though I don't do the Christmas Eve race anymore. That's Caleb's whole thing. But next Friday night, Menards 225 at Chicagoland Speedway. Just down the road, just down whatever interstate it is. Just down I-43, I-43, I-41, I-94. My apologies to anyone living in the Chicago, Milwaukee area. Logan, you would know that. The Williams brothers would know what I'm trying to say right there. I was looking at a very poor map right there. I was looking at the radar, because that's what I had open just now, was the weather to check for the weather conditions here. All right, Nicholas Samadillo has fallen to 7th. Samadillo is looking to start... Well, he improved to 5th right there, so now he's looking to start in the 9th position on Saturday, which is a very good place for him. And, of course, Blaine Keys, now that he's 2nd in the points, is going to be in Group B, so we'll have to see where Blaine ends up falling in line. But Barreto still quickest, Eric Monaco is 2nd, and then you got Derek Hamill just barely hanging on to that last position. Just a couple of minutes left here in Group A. And Igor Breda looking to go for another pole here on a road course this season. Of course, he won the pole at Watkins Glen. And once again, he looks to win the pole here at Road America, maybe get his second win of the season, and he could definitely use that. 66 points behind Nicholas Amedeo coming into this event. A good opportunity for him to do so here. This is the first time the Turkey Hill Truck Series has ever been to Road America. We have never run the trucks on this racetrack before. This racetrack has been on the schedule in some way, shape, or form somewhere since the very beginning of the channel. Though they do not race here in NASCAR anymore, which is a darn shame if you ask me. And IndyCar does still come here in real life. Wonderful racetrack. Absolutely love this place. Bruno Diacomo knocks out Derek Hamill from the Fast Six right there. Diacomo back there in line in second. And Eric Monaco, another great run in qualifying for Eric Monaco. He has slipped up a little bit as of late, but Monaco still has a better average starting position than our points leader, Nicholas Amedeo. Now Amedeo down to the 6th position, now to be an 11th starting position for the driver, the number 23, if it sticks that way. Of course, Amedeo, he can really attribute that win last week to his qualifying run that he had. Monaco goes to second. Not that that really means anything, but that does help him from getting knocked out if someone else moves into the top 3 here. Eric Monaco looking really quick here, Road America. That truck has been very good in qualifying this season, and Justin Seidel not too far behind either in 7th. That's a good 13th place position to start for Saturday's race, if he can in fact hold on to it right there. 30 more seconds on the clock. Of course, it takes a while for these guys to loop around, so they give them time to complete their laps. That being said, though, I don't think any of these times are going to count at this point. I think we have gone too far past the time for it to count. Nathan Stapleton looking to start 9th for Saturday's race. Currently holds on to the 5th starting position, or 5th fastest time here in Group A, I should say. And then Derek Hamill is 4th quickest. That does it for Group A. And take a look there at the results. So Igor Barreto, Eric Monaco, and Bruno Diacomo going to be in the Fast Six. Derek Hamill will start in the 7th position. Nathan Stapleton will start 9th. Nicholas Amedeo will start 11th. Justin Seidel will start 13th. Rogel Dorn will start 15th. Leonard Koshmer will start 17th. That's still considerably better than what he had last week, but considering that he's behind Amedeo, that's not necessarily where you want to be. Duncan Ward will start 19th. LJ Cemento will start 21st. Matthew Burnett will start 23rd. Laura Chung will start 25th. Roberto Crown Jr. will start 27th. Brian Webb will start 29th. Emily De Benedetti will start in the 31st position. Aaron Abel will start 33rd. Matthew Hubert will start 35th. Let's move on to Group B and see who joins Barreto, Monaco, and Diacomo for the Fast Six shootout here from Road America. Excuse me. But you must pay attention, because now it's Group B here from Road America. Igor Barreto, Eric Monaco, Bruno Diacomo. Too bad we didn't have Nicholas Amedeo as well. All the drivers' last names starting or ending in O. Man, I tell you, I say some weird things during these qualifying sessions. If you're paying attention, I do apologize. Andrew Williams, this is a home race for him, and I know he would love to start up front and win this one. This is a big deal for the Williams brothers, and when the Wall Cup Series was here back in August, it was not a good day for the Williams brothers, and that one, neither the Team Williams cars ended up running well, and Logan Williams himself had a poor day in the 95 for Appalachian Motorsports. But Andrew doing all he can to get this 11 machine a little bit higher in the points. 16th in points for Andrew Williams coming into this one. 150 points behind Nicholas Amedeo. He's actually doing significantly better than his brother, Logan Williams. Well, yeah, he's 28 points ahead of Logan right now. Logan has really struggled in certain areas this season, though he has had some flashes of brilliance there. Of course, his teammate Nathan Stapleton has had even flashier flashes of brilliance. Jack Haas in the 6th. It was a month ago when he got that win at IRP. 27 days ago to be exact. And since then has completely fallen off. That was his peak, and this team kind of fell off a little bit since then. Of course, he's still only 75 points behind Amedeo. Still very much in line to get a top 10 points finish the season, which is exactly what I would expect Jack Haas to be in anticipation of coming into this season. And then, of course, Parker Davis Enterprises looking to get that Wawa Cup Series team for next season. It is looking very likely that there will be 3 Grattan-affiliated teams in the Wawa Cup Series next season, which will definitely make things interesting. But then you also got Pacific Racing in there, and Evans-Ross Racing in there, and then Appalachian Motorsports. That's another team that's very good that we do not see in the Truck Series. Going to be a much stronger field up towards the top in the Cup Series than what we see in the Truck Series, I feel like. Obviously, the Truck Series has been dominated by a small group of guys pretty much the whole season. And Wawa Cup Series, starts out a lot wider. Of course, granted, too, we're going to do the range and the ratings to open up the Wawa Cup Series next season, so keep an eye out for that. But I still think we're going to have a few more drivers who are up there and up the upper threshold of drivers once we get started with next season in the Wawa Cup Series, at least in comparison to the trucks this year. Because, this year in the trucks is San Mateo, it's Keys, it's Kochmer, Troxel. Those are the 4 biggest names. Ladovic, of course, and then Rogel, Igor, Jack, they've won a couple, and Stapleton just out of the blue, and that's really it. You really got 8 or 9 guys really who have a shot at winning each week. It's a lot more in the Wawa Cup Series, I feel like, than that. And speaking of Blaine Keys, here he is. Blaine Keys in the One Machine. For the first time in a long time, he's in Group B, and this is not a place he's used to being, though it doesn't necessarily matter. Same weather conditions. In comparison, the fastest time that was set in Group A was a 2-minute 3:51. So 3:51, 2-minute flat 3:51, set by Agar Barreto. Once again, Agar Barreto in the Fast 6. He is actually going on a tear in these Fast 6 shootouts as of late. I think that may be his 4th straight Fast 6 shootout. I think he made it he made it last week. He made it at Pocono. He made it at Dover. He's made the Fast 6 shootout every race in the month of November. Blaine Keys has also done that as well, though he has not won a pole since IRP. And he had 5 straight there, and then that was it. Velocitar had a streak of 9 races. Ladovic won 4. Sorry, they had a streak of 8 races. Ladovic won 3. Blaine won 5. And then Nicholas Samanio came in there and ended that streak for Velocitar, though it is a pseudo teammate there with the Grattan affiliation. Andrew Williams, fastest right now, at a 7:18. That would put him 9th quickest in Group A, so we'll see if that ends up sticking later on. The only driver under 2 minutes and 1 second at the moment, and you got Jesse Turner was coming close there. Sorry, that's not Jesse Turner. 93 is Thomas Troxel, not Jesse Turner. I thought that was the 83. And then there's the other Williams brother. How about that? They're both in the top 3 right now. Logan Williams with a 6:09. And of course, Logan has done an excellent job in qualifying. Actually won 2 poles early in the season, though he did not have the race to show for it in either one of those. He's got a 6:09. That would have been good enough for 4th in Group A. And I feel like Group A had some stronger drivers than what we've got in Group B, other than Blaine Keys, who is 2nd quickest right now. And we also got Ladovic in this session as well, though she has struggled a little bit this season in the qualifying sessions. Where is Blaine? There's Blaine there. 6:9-1 for Blaine Keys. So it's Logan Williams, Blaine Keys, Andrew Williams. Currently the top 3. Thomas Troxel, I feel bad for Troxel, and I would like to apologize to Thomas and Echo especially. Roberto Crown Jr. as well. The one thing that I did not appreciate about last week's race was how it all ended up shaking out with this guy staying out. We had that same issue in the Cup race, and we're definitely going to have to look at that going into next year's Cup race, which is going to be in August next year, so it's going to be a while before we get to that. But that was an issue I did not want to see. The caution coming out right when the cycle began, that could have happened anywhere, and obviously, as we saw, that was a normal issue. That was a normal wreck on the racetrack that occurred. Had nothing to do with them coming down the pit lane. At least we don't think it had anything to do with them coming down the pit lane. But Troxel, Roberto Crown Jr., Justin Zeidel staying out that extra lap and then coming down and tailing to the end. I did not like that, and I especially did not like that with Troxel, who was in this championship fight. That is part of it. That is part of the game, part of the race. Hopefully we do not see something like that again this season. But Thomas Troxel coming in 61 points. He did not lose any positions in the championship standings because of that, but you know what? He just went to the top of the board here in Group B, and guess who he knocked out? He knocked out Blaine Keys right there. So now you got Thomas Troxel, Andrew Williams, Logan Williams. I want to see both of these Williams brothers in the Fast Six, and I want to see him lock the front row. That would be pretty freaking cool now, wouldn't it? I know they'd love that. Let's see one of them get the win here, Road America, too. That would be pretty cool for a hometown race for those guys. Here's Blaine, though, in the one machine. And, hey, we're going to have sort of a hometown race for Blaine in the Light Series next year. Going to Meridian up in Idaho. Blaine coming across the line for him. Oh, he did not. He didn't improve enough. He's still fourth, and that second lap's the lap you really want to get it at. And Blaine Keys, I believe, has made every Fast Six this season since Darlington, I think. Let's see how far back my photo reel goes right here. He made it for Watkins Glen. And he made it for Atlanta. He did not make it for Darlington. So Darlington was the last race. Blaine Keys did not make the Fast Six this season. Now, regardless of the fact, though, he's still running 8th quickest, or still running 4th quickest, which would be an 8th place starting position for him in Saturday's race. But, you know, we're about to see the streak end for Blaine Keys. That is a long streak to make it into the Fast Six. He has the longest streak of anybody this season in terms of making it into the Fast Six shootout. Ludovic Red is 10th right now. Boy, she's 6th in points. She's been very strong this season. However, compared to what she did in the Wall Cup Series, oh boy, she's getting in the Vargas right there. She's not even going to improve her lap with all that going on. She's a little upset with that 24 right now, who is in her way, and she's still 11th. She's not going to improve her time right here either on anybody. Which, that has got to be frustrating. And, uh-oh. Zachary Fitzwater just knocked out Logan Williams right there. And also put Blaine Keys down a notch as well. And Fitzwater, who I'm sure is excited for tomorrow's race, may also be excited for Saturday's race. Got the win in the opening race of the season at Daytona. Has not necessarily been the better driver, however, there at Harrisville Motorsports. Lord Chung 9th in points coming into this one and up. You know, we do all this talk. We do all this talk about, oh, Blaine Keys hasn't missed. He might miss it. Nah, never mind. Once again, never mind. Blaine Keys up to 2nd now. Andrew Williams on the bubble. A 4.63 there for Blaine. Now, these times are still nowhere near as fast as what Barretto had, at least in relative comparison. Because, let me see right here. I had it pulled up. We got ourselves a 3.51, so yeah, that's still a whole 10th off. As a matter of fact, both Barretto and Monaco were significantly faster, but Andrew Williams isn't taking any of that. Andrew Williams was like, I'm going to go right back up to the top and lock my spot in. I want this. And rightfully so. Great to see that for Andrew Williams. Now Blaine is on the bubble. Fitzwater may actually have an opportunity, but he has been trailing Corey Case right here, so I don't know if he's going to actually be able to improve his time. Troxel's already in it. Logan Williams has a shot at getting back up there, but he has run a couple of laps, and though this racetrack does not see significant tire wear, there's still going to be probably enough tire wear on that 72 where I don't anticipate him getting to the 1 here, but he's only got a little bit of time left. Will he have enough? No, he will not. Blaine Keys is still going to make the Fast Six, only unless Ludovic Schreck has something to say about it. Will she be able to improve her time here? She got around Vargas. Nope. Andrew Williams, Thomas Troxel, Blaine Keys making it onto the Fast Six, and Blaine has now an opportunity at closing back in and surpassing San Mateo, because San Mateo is going to start behind Keys no matter what happens in the Fast Six. So that makes it so that Blaine actually has a shot at taking the points lead back next week going into Chicagoland. So Andrew Williams, Thomas Troxel, Blaine Keys, the top 3. They're going to join Edgar Barretto, Eric Monaco, and Bruno Diacomo in the Fast Six. Zachary Fitzwater will start 8th. Logan Williams will start 10th. Caleb Rose will start 12th. Bryce Egan will start 14th. Jack Haas will start 16th. Andrew Miller will start 18th. Jeffrey Finguy will start 20th. Skep Silver will start 22nd. Jesse Turner will start 24th. Philip Torres will start 26th. Ludovic Charette will start 28th. She won the cup race here, by the way, back in August. That is very surprising, though. She got stuck behind Vargas in that whole exchange there. Did not work out for her at all. Avery Alford will start 30th. Corey Case will start 32nd. Joe Rutkowski will start 34th. Christian Vargas will start 36th. Let's get on to it. Fast 6 shootout here. Another group session to determine the pole here for the Sprecher Soda 250 at Road America. So as to not waste everyone's time, we're going to actually jump in a little bit further into the session here, and I think we completely missed Blanky's whole lap time here, didn't we? No, we didn't. All right, so yeah, we're here. We're ready. Here we go for the Fast 6 shootout. Everyone's out there. Igor Barreto's all by himself right here. Even the 13 machine. I don't want you guys waiting like 10 minutes just for a session like this. You know, I wanted to speed it up just a little bit for you here. I don't think anyone actually got a lap started yet. No, they have not. So Andrew Williams might be the first one here. And of course, Andrew Williams looking to get the pole position here from Road America. His home racetrack. His brother couldn't quite make it in to the Fast 6. Got bumped out by none other than Blaine Keys. Sure, that's got a sting there for Logan. Actually, he actually got bumped out by Zachary Fitzwater, technically, if we're being honest there, because Fitzwater actually got the 4th best time in that session, 2:01.331. Eric Monaco right behind him, 2:01.290. So a better time for Monaco, but neither of those times are close to the fast times that were set by Barreto and Blaine Keys, and actually Andrew Williams had the best time in the Group B right there. So Barreto here, he had the fastest time overall in the first 2 sessions. Won the pole at Watkinson, looking to get a second pole of the season. He goes 9.86. Still significantly slower than what we saw, though. Those second laps have been the lap times that have definitely seen the speed compared to the first ones. Blaine Keys did it, I think, in his 3rd lap. He had his fastest lap on his 3rd lap in Group B right there. We'll see what Blaine can do right here. Of course, 6 points behind Nicholas Samedeo coming into this race on Saturday. Looking to make it 5 points if he can win the pole here from Road America and negate that pole that Samedeo had last week at Iowa. Cross the line for Blaine Keys. His first lap under full power in the Fast 6 shootout. It goes to the top of the board. 8.84 for Blaine Keys. And now you got Thomas Troxel, Bruno Diakma, who are right on each other, the last 2 drivers here to complete a lap in the Fast 6 shootout. Now, why do we have a whole session? Why don't we just do each lap each lap, the first lap? Because that's what it would normally be in the Fast 6, but they actually get multiple laps here. Well, we do the full session. Troxel to 3rd, 1:3:09, and Diakma 1:5:47. So that's everyone's fastest lap right there. Blaine Keys holds on to the pole for now. 8.84 for Blaine Keys. Here's Andrew Williams once again. For his second lap, he was 1:3:31. 5th quickest here for his first lap. How much more did he improve on this lap? That is the big question. Across the line, he goes to 3rd, 9.98 for Andrew Williams. Monaco on the 28 improves 1:1:03, but still not enough to advance his position. Barreto's going to be the best shot to beat Blaine Keys for the pole, but it looks like we might have a Blaine Keys pole again. Another grimace streak starting here today. But will that be the case? Barreto trying to win his 2nd pole of the season. Cross the line for the 13. There's a very minimal improvement there. And Blaine Keys still holds on to the fastest time so far here in the Fast 6 shootout. He's got it by a 100th. Now he's got it by a whole 10th, I should say, on Igor Barreto as well. So that one machine is quick, and you do not want Blaine Keys starting on the pole for this one. Especially for Nicholas Samedy or Leonard Kochmer. I can tell you, Blaine has a chip on his shoulder from what happened last week. He was going to finish top 3 in that race and ended up finishing all the way back in outside the top 20. And that caused him to lose the points lead. Improved his time, 7.94 there for Blaine Keys across the line. Thomas Troxel in the 93. Does he have enough speed in that machine to get to Blaine Keys? Going up the hill right here for Blaine. He's got Giacomo right behind him. I can't imagine that's helping either of these guys out. 1-0-1-1 and Giacomo going 1-0-2-1. Andrew Williams. Andrew has a fast truck, but I just don't think it's quite fast enough to get to Blaine Keys here today. However, Blaine's fastest time was his 3rd lap. The 3rd laps, and Andrew Williams' 3rd or 4th lap was his fastest time when he got that 3 whatever that he got. He was significantly faster than he is right now. None of these times, however, really closing in on the fast times we saw in the first 2 sessions. We got the same exact weather conditions right now. Cross the line for Andrew. And no improvement for Andrew Williams. An improvement for Eric Monaco. He is still 6th. I just think they just exhausted their stuff a bit too much at this point. And, you know, I was saying at the beginning, I don't think Blaine Keys is going to win this pole. And you know what? He proved us all wrong. You do not doubt Blaine Keys in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. That is for sure. And the thing about Blaine, however, he has not won since Charlotte. That was race 7. So it actually has been a while since he's gone the victory lane here in the Truck Series. He only has 3 wins this season. And that one Bristol win should have been Ledovic's. Rockingham should have been Jack Haas, if you think about it that way. The only true dominating win that Blaine has had all season was that Charlotte race where he won, or should I said led, every single lap in that event after winning the pole in that one. Not enough of an improvement for Igor Barreto. I think it is over. I think Blaine Keys is back on pole. 650 now. He just keeps on getting better. Better and better. Comes Troxel and Giacomo again, but like I said, with those 2 guys being right on each other, I don't think that's going to help him out. That's why Ledovic is qualified so far back. She got stuck behind Vargas in that session, and there was just no rebounding at that point for Ledovic. Oh my! Bruno Giacomo just pulled up on Troxel on that lap and took the top spot away from Blaine Keys. Oh my goodness. You know what? I might be right after all. I said, you know, I don't think a Grattan Autosport truck affiliated truck's going to win the pole here today. Bruno Giacomo in the 3 machine with the big brain move of pulling right up on Thomas Troxel there with the fastest time right now. Andrew Williams. No improvement for Williams. No improvement. Well, there is improvement, but doesn't really count right there for Eric Monaco. Igor Barreto here in the 13. Has to beat a 5.26. It looks like a Trackhouse truck is going to win the pole here at Road America. They told Blaine that. Blaine's got to gun it right here. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get back around, though. Barreto does not improve his time. Bruno Giacomo in the 3, looking to get his first pole of the season here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. And that is a huge deal because Giacomo will have the advantage at the start of the race. Now, the way the starting lineup ends up filing out is the outside lane going into turn number 1 is the odd numbered position, so the pole sitter will be outside lane. Everyone who is outside lane will be from Group A, or an odd numbered position here from the Fast 6. So the inside lane is what is 2nd, 4th, 6th, and so on. Blaine Keys does not improve his time, nor either that or he did not have enough time to complete the lap in. And how about that? How about Bruno Giacomo Trackhouse Racing with the upset here in qualifying, saving the field from another Blaine Keys pole position. That would have been Blaine's 6th pole. It's not going to happen today. And for the first time since for the first time since Atlanta, when Logan Williams won the pole in a Ram, a non-Ford and non-Grattan affiliated truck wins the pole here in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. It's Bruno Giacomo leading the field of the green flag on Saturday in the Sprecher Soda 250K. Blaine Keys will start alongside him in 2nd. Agar Brito and Andrew Williams will be in row number 2. Thomas Troxel and Eric Monaco will be in row number 3. And you see the rest of the starting lineup there on the side of your screen right there. Derek Hamill and Zachary Fitzwater in row 4. Nathan Stapleton, Logan Williams in row 5. Nicholas Samedeo and Caleb Rose in row 6. Justin Zidell, Bryce Egan in row 7. Rogaldorn and Jack Haas in row 8. Leonard Kochmer and Andrew Miller in row 9. Duncan Ward, Jeffrey Finguy in row 10. LJ Sameto, Skep Silver in row 11. Matthew Burnett and Jesse Turner in row 12, Laura Chung and Philip Torres in row 13, Roberto Crown Jr. and Ludovic Charette in row 14, Brian Webb and Avery Alfred in row 15, Emily DeBenedetti and Corey Case in row 16, Aaron Abel and Joe Rutkowski in row 17, Matthew Hubert and Christian Vargas round out the field for the Sprecher Soda 250K Saturday at noon Eastern Time right here on AG the channel, because tomorrow night we've got ourselves the Grant Industries Invitational from the Bend down in Adelaide, Australia. Gonna be a lot of fun for that one because that racetrack is wild. It's crazy. I'll have 24 drivers in the field for that race. We will not have Ludovic Charette in that race. She is staying here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, and contemplating what she does if she sees Christian Vargas. But you know what? We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this truck race on Saturday, especially with Yakima starting on the pole position. It's going to get interesting, no doubt about it. Thank you guys so much for watching here from Road America. Congratulations to Bruno Diacomo for winning the pole, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the Grant Industries Invitational in the Wall Wall Cup Series, and then Saturday at noon for the Sprecher Soda 250K here at Road America in the Turkey Hill Truck Series. I will see you guys later!